2020 vision. They seen they was tryna block the light off like eclipse. No bitch, but I got clips for these niggas. I got clips. Hey, I'm reloaded. I might hold the 40. I must be how my pockets get exploded. I had a hop up on my
titties, big ass, motherfucking titties.
Hey, back in this bitch. Titties.
One time for the one time.
Titties. Big ass titties.
I like this shit. Who the fuck is this?
Oh, that's the bro. Razul. Go listen to that mixtape, that Bipolar.
Look here, bro. If it's one more motherfucker coming this bitch,
Oh, nah, that's
talented
a whole bunch
shit,
of gang shit.
Fucking goddamn.
Well, you asked for one more motherfucker to come in this bitch that's talented. So we got one more motherfucker in this bitch that's talented.
Hey.
Wow, look at that fucking setup right there, boy.
Easy, let's
Good
go.
at this goddamn shit.
We got 2 guests in the house. Well, we got a guest and a half. Babe is here. My lady is here.
Don't do her.
She's just here so often
Bro,
that
she
it's like,
she guest-ish.
she guest-ish.
35% guest
Yeah,
at
you know
best.
what I'm
live
saying?
here.
She kind of live here. She spend a lot of time. And have a very special guest.
What's up, y'all?
You want to go ahead and introduce
Hi,
yourself?
everybody. I'm Khadijah.
Fuck that. Leave that shit on. It's hot, nigga. They just go ahead and hit that shit in the background. Khadijah can talk. Go ahead, boo. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, I'm Khadijah. I'm a guest here at Just a Dope Ass Podcast with the Good News Radio.
You got on sweatpants to this.
Follow me on Instagram, Girl with the Books.
There we go. Girl with the books. This young lady is a friend of our great friends at Mindful Complexions.
Yes.
Love y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Nigga's
And she,
dope.
yeah, just talented people surrounded by talented people. And before we came on air, we were talking and we were discussing some things, and I think it's like important that we discuss it and talk about it right here on the platform as well, and make sure that people hear this and understand this. So, you are an author of children's books.
Yes.
I'm so interested in this because I was like we've been following you for like a minute, and like I see like the messages and stuff. I'll be like, motherfuckers really doing like I'm about to shut the fuck up because I'm interested in how this came about.
So pretty much, I'm just a regular girl from LA in the hood, South Central, and I have talent. I went to Los Angeles Film School, focused on screenwriting, graduated, and so from then, I'm left with all this talent and this knowledge and this degree. Can't find a job. Pretty much everything is just freelance. And so I decided to sit my butt down, write a book, 20 minutes, and that was it. Pretty much. I found a publisher and an illustrator. They left me hanging, so I was left on my own to hop on the internet and figure out how to do this on my own. Did so, and now I'm here 2 books later.
Okay, so we gotta.
So she gonna make her
First
movie.
off, round of applause. Use some of them. Use them hand claps to get a round of applause
That was
Right.
yeah,
going.
Thank you.
Let's go.
That was fucking amazing.
Let's go. Shout
So
out to
y'all,
Khadijah.
so y'all know, nigga, the movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it. For real.
It's gonna be us right after
Manifest that
K4,
for me.
nigga, right after
Let's
Trauma
Right
do
Drop.
it.
at K4, man. That's dope as fuck. So let's rewind and let's start
Yeah.
at the beginning. So not the beginning. You went to film school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you did screenwriting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after that, you look for jobs. The market's not there.
Yeah, it's a male-dominant industry, and so when I graduated film school, I was pregnant, walked the stage 9 months pregnant, and so they looking at you like, you from the hood, you black, you pregnant, this is not for you. And so I kind of believe that myself, and I just took a step back into the regular world, the 9-to-5 situation, and then I'm like, you know what, sis, you are an artist, you will forever be that, you were born that. And so I had my background with film, and that helped me develop just the courage to write, sit down and actually believe in myself and write. At first, screenwriting was it, but that's pretty tedious. And so I got into books because I'm a book lover naturally. And so after being a mom, I turned it into like a children's book situation. And that's it. I do plan to like make more books, not just about children. But the field is pretty open for me because nobody is really doing it.
That's what's up. That's dope. So I do see. So before I go, let me not go too far. Let me go back. Okay, so how did you end up finding a publisher? Because I see a lot of people that have talent and a lot of people who can write, and you always see people with the messages on Instagram, and they have, like, if someone was interested in writing a book and getting it published, how do they start? Where do they go first? Like, how did you start your process? Where did you start at?
So a little background story. Like you said, talent is surrounded by other talent. Another homegirl of mine had introduced me into a publisher. He from the hood too, and he's pretty much the go-to guy. Everybody knows him as far as publishing goes. So I went to him. I was very excited. He started talking about numbers. I'm like, yeah, I got it. It's tax season. And I was just not aware of how publishing goes as far as the money and everything like that. So I was pretty much just ready to sign up. He was on board. I was on board. And it came to a pause when he decided that he didn't want to continue on with me. He wasn't familiar with how to do a children's book because there's a lot of images and a lot of pictures involved with that. He didn't have experience in that. He didn't tell me that in the beginning. I had full confidence in him, and he just left me hanging midway. So at that point, I was stuck to just literally use my resources on Instagram. I literally used the hashtag publisher, hashtag illustrator. And I found my illustrator. Literally, her name is Fuji Takashi. Shout out to you. She's in Philippines.
Shout out Fuji.
Yes, I have never met her ever.
Hey, we're gonna have to get Fuji in a little while, Fuji, because it's hot out here right now.
Okay. Yeah, but I never met her. Still to this day, I never spoke to her directly. Everything was via email.
I'm putting that out there. I want that episode when Fuji touched down.
When Fuji touched down.
Yes,
I want the meeting to happen here on the
Send
air.
her this where you shout her out.
Yeah,
for real. And she regular. She kind of hood too, even though she's from the Philippines.
I mean, Philippines are black Asians.
Look, shout out to the bros in the Philippines, man.
Yep, and so she was totally on board. It took her. She's very popular. Like, she has a lot of published children's books, and she actually caters to the black culture. So she is really an expertise in black artistry,
like shades and coloring and things such as that.
Yeah, like she draws black characters. Like, she's into that. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure, I got to go with her. And I was like, I don't know, because she kind of popping, and she was like, I could do this, but it's gonna take like until next year, because she's pretty much booked. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not pressed for time. Just, I need you to do this. And so it happened. Everything was just real smooth. And then my publisher, well, he wasn't my publisher. The guy that I met that was supposed to publish my stuff, he gave me this list to do and said,
he just had publishing in his bio.
Right, there you go. Yeah, so be careful with that too, because it's resources out here.
Let me tell you something.
Ooh, don't start.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I feel it though.
Yeah.
For real. And that's why, yeah, pretty much I just took it into my own hands. I took his list very seriously. I copied it because I felt like something is a little shady with this list. I feel like he going to try to revoke it or something. Long and behold, he did revoke it. And thank God, at this point, I know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And so I literally just posted a video this week, free game, a 12-minute video on how to publish your book for absolutely free.
That's fire.
And I'm not charged. I'm not pressed for the profit to have somebody,
give
publish
the
their own
people
book.
your handle so they can go watch that and learn something.
And then if you can't figure it out, I'll help you.
Yeah.
But
So it's crazy. You put a video where, and they can find you where?
On my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
So my Instagram at Girl with the Books.
One more time.
At Girl with the Books.
That's crazy.
And of course, we're gonna add her and mention her. We're gonna take a picture after all this is finished and post it and all that shit. That's dope. So, yeah, your publisher fell out on you.
Yeah.
Went ahead and did it yourself.
So,
what? After that, what's the platforms like? First off, like what is the? I'm not to be pocket watching. Just a ballpark figure about from beginning to end. Like, what would it take to publish?
So publishing your book is totally free. It's the internet website that you just upload all your images, your documents, or whatever. And then publishing is free. Now, printing, that's where the cost comes in.
Well, let's start all the way from the beginning. From when you write this book,
Yeah.
and then you have to go through every stage, like encompassing all stages. How much would you, just a ballpark figure?
I would say, including Illustrator, she was about $500. And then to print my books, it's per book. Now, that's the thing. So it can get kind of pricey. Now, if you buy in bulk, of course, it's less because you're buying in volume. But overall, I spent about, my first book, it cost me about $1,000 to get 100 books. Plus $500 for the illustrator. And yeah. So it's kind of costly when you're buying your own books, but publishing it is totally free, which means you have control over everything.
Gotcha.
Is the children books market like regular books? Like, can you Kindle them? Can you whatever?
You can.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have it also like ebook situation.
Okay.
Yeah, because these little kids got tablets and iPads.
That's
So
what
they-
I'm thinking. Like,
they
kids got
flip,
tablets, so it
yeah.
would make sense to kind of. All right, cool.
For sure.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, kid can just get y'all kids some Amazon Prime and some. Holy.
Wow, that's aggressive. We got a call though. I'm answering this motherfucker.
What is the number?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yo, what's up?
This man.
Oh
look,
shit.
what's good, y'all?
Oh,
This is
fuck.
okay. Look, he needed an introduction, man. This is our first. Is our first call?
Holy.
Yeah, our first
shit.
call here on Just a Dope Ass Radio Show, man. Here on the Good News Network. Our brother from fucking St. Louis, my nigga Malik, really called. What's good, bro?
What's going on, Malik?
You didn't think I was gonna call? What's up, y'all?
I knew you was gonna call you. I wasn't expecting you to call and sound like you got some sense. It's not gonna last though.
It's not gonna last, Malik. You got 10 minutes, nigga, because we are in the middle.
That works.
What's going on, bro? Okay, so right now you're on the air. We have a children's book author here named Khadijah.
What's up, Malik?
Oh, nigga.
She's here.
Oh, she can hear me?
Yeah, well, you on live, bro. Everybody can hear you. You're on the radio. My lady is here. My girl is here.
Heard a lot about you.
I let her listen to your song in the car, man.
Oh,
Is that your song? Malik just sent us the most horrible rap song
Right,
to a
hey,
DM
yo,
to a
I'll
group
put that-
chat earlier. Is that your song?
I'm a rap.
Finish song.
Look, I'm a rap, my bro.
Up front.
The beat was alright.
No, fuck that. Please repeat that, Malik. Please explain this song.
The song is the song I'm working on. It's not finished. I just played y'all a sample.
Disclaimer.
Right. Put it out.
Now,
Mizzou got the caboose. Yo,
You were just looking
Am I allowed
for
to
some
curse?
feedback, huh?
nigga,
Of course you are. Go ahead.
Look,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
man.
have you on here if I had to like
let me
scissor
start
you.
by saying, everybody outside that children's author can suck my dick if you hate my music. Fuck all y'all. EJ and TJ can suck an AIDS dick for all I care. I'm still rich, so I can do what the fuck I want. Y'all opinions don't matter.
And nigga said I'm still rich.
Okay, energy.
Oh shit!
Malik is my top 5 favorite human
Malik
beings.
is the greatest person in the fucking world. Hey
Oh,
man, I love you so much,
God.
bro. What's going on, man?
I'm actually getting ready to go to dinner. I'll call in and show some support real quick.
Well, look, man, make sure our motherfucking St. Louis numbers go up. Go out there and tell somebody about it.
Yeah, man, you still got shit booming out there in St. Louis, bro. Plug us in, let everybody know to listen, man.
Get y'all up to about 10 listeners.
That's my nigga. That's all. It's
I
only
fuck with
12
it.
people left alive in St. Louis, so
Dead ass.
that's the majority of them right there.
Every trap house listening.
Every trap house.
I'm saying that's about it. Nigga.
My nigga, we appreciate you, bro. We love you, man.
I love y'all too.
Hey, that song is so terrible.
Yo, I laugh.
That is the
I
worst
laugh
song
in
ever.
public, dog. That shit.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I know this shit ain't finished. I know it ain't. Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
No, it don't need to be started, Malik. Look, Malik, let me tell you something. You my tail dog, bro.
Individual in every other way.
Come on,
except
like
that
Malik,
song,
you are
nigga.
very talented. You one of the most brilliant people I know in my life. You smart enough to know rap ain't your shit.
Damn.
That's how smart you are.
Bruh.
I'm smart enough to know that when you got a lot of drug money, you gotta fund this shit.
Wow.
And if you're a rapper, there you go.
All right.
Hey,
Malik
look, Malik
just
said.
I'm just
All
doing
right.
it.
Malik said. Malik, one time we was talking about something. I asked this nigga how he was doing or what he was doing. He was like, fucking bitches stacking paper, living his Hitler lifestyle.
Nigga said that shit today.
I said, you living like Hitler? He said, yeah, Hitler was stacking paper and fucking bitches. I was like, I don't
That's fact.
I don't think
No,
that's
I don't think people, like
No.
people.
Why
People
Why
hear
Hitler?
this,
Why can't be somebody
Dog.
else?
Right, Hitler was killing folks.
nigga. People hear this and hear us, and I like.
Slaughtering kids.
And don't understand the group of niggas that we fuck with. Like Malik is
no.
like Malik is like maximum. Like me and E's Pete is Malik's regular on a daily basis.
Malik is
Really
a
not stacking paper.
fucking was he not stacking paper?
Please.
He was stacking paper,
You
Malik.
see all these motherfuckers out here driving Volkswagens,
Really
nigga?
not fucking bitches.
I don't know if Hitler
I
was
don't
fucking
know.
bitches.
I
I think
don't
Hitler
know
was
what
gay.
Hitler-
I think
I don't know
Hitler
what
was
Hitler
fucking
was
dude.
doing with his
Yeah,
penis.
I don't
Like,
know what that's about.
Or maybe he was.
I ain't saying he a role model, but it's something to think about.
I ain't saying role model. Nobody nobody would suspect
Hey
that you were
man,
saying Hitler's a
I'm not
robot.
debating with you, but I'm not agreeing with you. That's all I'm saying. Is I'm not going to debate you, but I'm not going to agree with you.
Only Malik would have a course on the air about the history of Hitler.
I don't know, Khadijah. What do you think? Do you think Hitler was fucking bitches and stacking
No,
paper?
Hitler was fucking niggas.
He
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Hitler
That's
was.
a good hot take. I think,
Yeah, I think Hitler was fucking
Hitler
niggas,
was
bro.
fucking niggas.
For
That's
sure.
that's been like a proven thing.
Yeah, it's been proven. Hitler was
for
out here
real?
fucking niggas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's been proven. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Hitler
they
was
not
out
gonna
here.
put it in the history book or
Right.
nothing, but if you watch enough documentaries, they
You said
will
what?
to the fact that
Look,
he
nigga,
was-
it's still people alive that was around when Hitler
A
was
little
alive, my nigga. Like
flexible.
Hitler's not. It was funny. We was having a discussion before we came on the air about Jesus, and I was like, some of the shit in the Bible, I need to talk to a nigga that talked to Jesus. It's niggas alive that knew Hitler. Like it's still people alive from the Holocaust, my nigga. So it's niggas around that was like, nah, Hitler sucked dick, bro. Like it's niggas around that was like German soldiers in the war and shit. They was like, Hitler touched my booty. I went to HR. Like it's mad.
That ain't my business.
Shut up.
It's
The
mad.
privacy of his own home is on him.
You said what?
Now you
That ain't my
can't
business.
you can't back out like that because you came on
Yeah,
here
you
talking about he was
Hitler.
fucking
That ain't
bitches.
your business. Like, what,
So-
nigga? You brought Hitler to the conversation. It's all your business.
First of all,
Hitler got this Me Too shit started. It was Hitler and Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein.
There's a lot of cocaine involved. I
That's
cannot
a sick
be held
trio.
responsible for previous statements.
He said, I cannot be. He said,
Malik
I'm on
just-
this cocaine. I can't be
Malik
responsible."
just turned into Mr. Turner. I refuse to answer any questions on the grounds that they may incriminate me. I refuse.
I'm trying to
She
tell you
jumped
what
in my
I
lap.
don't recall.
I don't recall.
He
Malik said it's above me now. Holy shit.
Holy fuck,
Malik,
bro.
we appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro. We finna hang up on you now, man. But thank you, bro.
Man, go
We-
to dinner and then run.
Bye,
Go to
Hitler.
dinner and then run out.
Bye,
on the
Hitler.
street. Yeah.
All right, do y'all thing. Love y'all.
Love you,
Love
bro.
you too, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Enjoy your night.
Malik a wild
This
nigga,
nigga
bro.
Malik said Hitler.
What time is it out there?
My God.
St.
It's-
Louis is
They
2 hours.
Oh,
What's
that's
it,
it?
5? Yeah.
It's
Oh.
5:30 out there.
No, Malik, my favorite nigga. Malik was like, "Hey man, y'all on yet? I got some shit to say."
Is
Malik
that
been
what he
saying
takes?
Malik been saying that shit since we was in the group chat. Like,
Oh, shit.
I got some shit to
And
say.
that's what he had to say.
Yes.
Right.
That is
Oh
what-
my god! And
Dying
like,
to say it.
the fucked up part is like I'm not even going. That's not even in top 10 Malik statements.
No,
that's,
not even.
honestly, that's
Not
not,
even.
making. That's not making top
Is
20.
he Muslim?
Yes.
Okay, I asked.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Name.
not making top 20 of Malik's fucking.
That's not top 20 of Malik's
Hell
statements.
no, Malik is giving me some of the best. Holy shit!
Malik is one of the greatest individuals. Like literally, how he just that Hitler thing was a natural thing. I'm sorry. So we're gonna hard segue from Hitler's back to children's books.
There is a movie out where it's the kid, his imaginary hero is fucking Hitler.
What?
It makes sense. It's a fucking it's a fucking comedy though, so
Okay.
it's not for real. Like it's making fun of it.
Are you gonna do the book adaptation of that? The Hitler kid? Are you gonna write the book for that movie?
Damn, if
No,
you
you
did
ain't
the
fucking with
Hitler
that one.
children's
Look
book,
at her face. She said, no.
I don't like the Hitler children's book, man. Oh my god, like,
That's wild as shit. So, I'm sorry, Khadijah. That was a
time out. That
random
would be
ass
some
interruption.
crazy shit. A Hitler children's book, white supremacists will sell out, and then they got to find out a black woman wrote the shit.
Ooh,
Nigga.
I do it if it's that. Like,
Damn.
That's some Dave
Look
Chappelle.
at that shit right there, nigga.
controversial.
Oh
some
my
lying
god,
KKK
That's
bitch.
lit.
that shit would sell off the shelves, and they would have to sit there and
Let me
just
write this down.
right.
Oh, you
There
do a book
go.
about Donald Trump right now? Man, look.
That's
shit.
hilarious.
What?
Do a book about Donald Trump and then donate all
They
the money to
was-
Black Lives Matter or some shit.
Look, and then
Into
you put,
immigration or
you
some
put
shit.
it out, and it would go viral. Just the fact that happened, and they would be like, fuck these mother, and they would show up to bookstores, and you just sitting there like, thank you.
No, I
Like
wouldn't even
that
show up to
movie.
bookstores. I would just be like, yo, I would just be like, because I fear the backlash of the left and all that. If you played all the way to them niggas, it'd be like, I'm not showing my face because I fear retaliation from
That's
the left.
true.
They would support you so much and be
You would
like,
never
she's
even have to come
she's
forth
a
with that.
genius and she can't even show her face and take credit for her like they would back you and
Put a
give you-
whole fake name on
go-
that. Sydney saw that shit. Sydney
What?
saw that shit. Just put a weird name on there.
niggas would GoFundMe you
Yeah.
and give you all. What? You'd be the richest month.
Huh.
That shit. Would
New
go-
York Times
Your
bestseller.
alias
Easy.
Bro.
could
That's
be
deep.
Beth Ann.
That's it.
That's deep.
That shit.
That's all I'm saying. What's the bitch that did the
That shit would go up.
Nah, what's the bitch that did the flag? The bitch that be sewing.
Oh yeah, that racist motherfucker.
What's the bitch? Susan B. Anthony. What's
Yeah.
one of them? What's
That
one of them
Not
white
Susan
bitches?
B. Anthony.
What's
What?
the
She
bitch?
be sewing flags.
Betty Wright. Betsy Wright. What's the
Whatever
bitch?
I
raggedy
don't
white
know who the
bitch.
fuck sewed no flag now.
So what is Susan
The
do?
bitch.
Susan B. Anthony was a suffrage activist. She was a white woman that wanted to vote. She started that shit.
Nah, what's the other? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Betty
Whatever.
Wright.
I don't know.
The bitch who did the flag.
I only know Betty White. And that's my bitch and everything.
Nah,
from
bro,
Golden
Betty
Girls.
different.
That's who
Betty,
I fuck
nah,
with. I
Betty-
don't know nobody.
Betty
song.
was
So
the
old
last.
ass.
Betty might have been the first motherfucker let into the cookout, and then we closed the door. Cause I ain't let none of you motherfuckers in no more.
I don't know if I let her old ass in the cookout, but
I feel like somebody let her in.
I think somebody might be able to get in the
I'm not
cookout.
saying I did, but I think she got let in early before we got here, before we had
probably
access.
did because they was just letting everybody in.
Is somebody at the door?
I think so.
Oh, that might be Threezy. Hold on, let me.
Oh,
Bessie Ross, that bitch.
Whatever. It's a Bessie.
Yeah.
I'm mad you knew that because who the fuck knew who sold the
stood on
flag?
I knew it had
It's
a
on
beat.
the
in it.
flag.
They taught us that in school. It was important for no fucking reason.
I went to a black private school for a long time.
They didn't tell you who did the flag.
Hell no. We had a whole different history.
Oh,
A whole different history.
Well, fuck it
I don't know if
then.
we got it. It's half
So
on
much so that when I got to private school,
Shit.
I was getting in trouble for
All right, you on the mic? Your mic live. Let's go.
telling my history teacher they was lying and shit.
All right, we got a second special guest in the building. I don't know if Threezy ain't no motherfucking guest. He the homie.
Family.
My
There we
nigga
go.
Threezy's family, bro.
Yeah,
What's the
man.
deal, man? You done pulled up to fuck with us.
Yes,
Appreciate.
yes.
This is Khadijah. She's a children's
Nice to
author.
meet you.
She got books and shit. She be writing them. And
It's
she,
guests in this month.
yeah.
Okay,
So
for sure, I'm gonna need a book.
yeah, Threezy got a
Sure.
mixtape coming out on Dead Broke Records called "Let Me Hold Something."
Okay, that's how we doing it. Okay,
Nah, I'm
yeah,
fucking
coming
with it,
soon.
bro. Go ahead and plug it, man. Let them know real quick. We gonna bounce back and forth and get in tune with both of y'all. But Threezy, go ahead, man. Get them in tune.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Threezy, young artist. Got the mixtape dropping, been doing my music thing for a minute, you know what I mean? Tapping into fashion at this point. Spiritual advisor at this point. You can
Okay.
hit me up on my social media. Everything
nigga
is
said
Threezy,
spiritual advisor.
THR33ZY.
Oh my God.
That's Google, Twitter, YouTube, anything, all social media. But I got some work in the stash. You know, I'm gonna drop some new music soon. The mixtape is gonna be called Volume 3. I don't know how many songs I'm gonna put on there yet, but we coming real soon. I got a couple singles. If anybody ready to hear something right now, I got a couple in the clip right now. Let's get it.
There
Are
we
you
go.
freestyle too?
I do a little something.
okay.
I mean, mainly I let the music speak, but I'm ready for whatever. Whenever.
You know, freestyling because the style not free. You see, it's okay to say it. It's okay to say it.
I'm
Keep
interested in
some
the
of that.
spiritual advisor part.
Oh, I
You
mean,
advising people?
I just feel like all the game I was taught, you know what I mean, learning just coming up, I could give that same game to a younger artist coming up. I'm about to be 30 on my birthday, you know.
That's usually when people turn.
I didn't want to say nothing, but yeah. When your birthday?
October 16th.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, your birthday really coming up, my nigga.
What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
sign?
Libra.
Oh, you a good
Like
guy.
my nephew.
Libras is cool.
Is that how
You
it
got
goes?
we
Like,
gonna
you're
talk
a
off
good
air because
person?
we.
Like,
I know it's something planned, so we gonna talk off air. We gonna talk off
we
air.
definitely figure it out.
But yeah, you just basically from the experiences that you done lived through, you just
Got
making sure that somebody
got
else ain't got to
something
bump their
give
head.
off. You know what I mean? If you need some of this drip, if you need some game, anything I could help you out with as far as to help you get where you're going as far as being an artist. I mean, I feel like I could give a few pointers off to the younger cats. And all
That's
that.
That's what's up.
Nigga
That's
Threezy
what
said,
you
"Reach
do.
one, teach one."
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think we need to get Threezy and Khadijah together and do a
each
mixtape
one.
children's book.
Ah.
So
Hey, that
Threezy
makes
gonna do
sense.
the
We can make it make
soundtrack.
sense.
And
The audio.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about it
Work
off.
out.
A children's audio book.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with it.
I mean, I'm into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We gonna figure it
It
out.
can
Look,
be
man.
like one of them rhyme-alongs. I remember those from when we was
Yeah,
little.
nigga. If Sam could tell your kids to go to fuck to
With a
sleep, this
bomb
could
little
happen.
B behind it and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
little beat, little rhyme-along.
Nigga, look at this, nigga.
Bill Cosby drug bitches, and y'all let him get into the children's education game. Y'all can let
That nigga
Threezy
ran
and
the
Khadijah in.
children's education game.
Y'all can let Threezy in. He ain't dropping no mollies and nobody champagne. Let him in the
Oh,
game.
knocking the doors down. I'm not doing none of that. We just
He said, I'm not doing nothing. He said, I'm knocking on doors. I'm just not going. I ring doorbells.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Are you
Are
home?
you- are you home?
I text before I get there.
First of all, I would like you to sign this paper that says you consent to me being
Right.
here. Yes. Yeah.
So
Upstanding human being. Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. We in tune with our guests. We know what they do. We know their background and stuff. I think it's time we kind of discuss some topics. Let's go through some shit from this week because it's some outrage out here,
I
man.
swear I don't know what's been going on except this nigga hugged the bitch that killed his brother. That's all I know.
So let's get into
That's
it.
been on every fucking
Let's-
One
thing.
of
let's
them
get
I heard
into
was
it.
fucking or something like that. I don't know if the guy she killed was fucking or the brother.
I
that
thought she
hugged
was
her.
fucking the nigga she killed.
All
Which
right, so-
makes sense to me. Like, you know, a nigga sent her a text, like, you know, you got to get the fuck about my house. And she was
Yeah,
like, oh, you
quick
know.
background real quick. So what we are talking about is Amber Geiger, the Dallas PD officer, or is she Dallas PD or is it
I don't know.
the Texas police?
She's
the
a
Texas
murderer
police
is
officer.
what she
That's what the bitch is. A
Yeah.
murderer.
Murder.
She's a
She's
murderer.
a murderer. All right.
Black man murderer.
She's
A
that's
black
the only
man murderer.
fucking murderer.
That's
That's some
real,
extra.
That's a real murderer.
that's a real might up.
Fucking criminal.
But
That's who we
so
don't
Amber
fuck
Geiger
with.
is the police officer that did murder the man Botham John, and so there's a variety of stories. There's the story that they were lovers and she was going to his apartment and he opened the door and then bang. We know that's what happened for a fact, is that she was trying to open the door and he opened the door and was like, hey, bitch, and bang. We don't know what the dialogue was in between that. We don't know if it was like, bitch, give me my key back. And she was like, I love you. And then he was like, bitch, go on with that shit, ho. I'm smoking. Give me my key.
White shit.
Yeah, and then she was just like, I'm not going to live without you. And then he's like, well, bitch, kill yourself then. She's like, no. And then killed him. And he was confused. He didn't know that she was going to kill him instead of killing
Lifetime
her.
will take
I think he was
that
dead.
whole
I don't know
that
if
whole
he-
shit you just did is going on Lifetime.
Yeah, no, that's a good climax
that
right
was
there.
it right there.
Like, the bitch say, like, I'm not going to live without you. Then you think she going to kill herself? You be like, no. And then she kill you.
This
That'd
feels
be
like the Botham Jean story as narrated by Future, but I'm with it. Like,
That
yeah.
story though, I get it. I've been in that
That
situation. I ain't never,
story-
killed no nigga, but
I was going to say, you
done
need to
felt
leave.
that way.
Because you just said that live.
No.
If that's what happened, then I understand. Because
That's
I killed
clean
her.
all
real.
that up. Like,
No, I think the same thing though. Not because I killed a nigga, but because then that
Yeah.
makes sense to me. Why you was in this man's apartment?
felt that
because y'all was
animosity before.
fucking and something went wrong, and it's a what is it called? A crime of
Passion. Crime of passion. That is.
Right.
You know, that's a thing.
First off, I don't think
get a
Texas doesn't
motherfucker
award crime of passion.
Thinking they in their own apartment, but you in somebody else's apartment and you kill him. That don't make no fucking sense.
is murder.
Yeah.
It makes
To
you
me,
feel
this
murder.
is my thing. I don't think Texas awards crime of passion, so I don't think they give that. I think that's like a California thing. So I think that's why we know it and we're familiar with it. I think California is the only place that they be like, you can love a motherfucker enough that you want to kill them. I don't think Texas play that shit.
We are so.
Of all the
fucking-
places to play that shit, it should be Texas.
Jesus
They let you do
No,
every
Texas,
motherfucking thing else.
because number
California is
one,
so
nobody
fucking
in
just
Texas,
blue as
no
shit.
man in Texas loves his wife. He just owns her. So it's
Well, damn.
it's not the same thing. It's different. California, you love your wife. In Texas, you just, this bitch is your property. She's on the insurance policy. Second,
That's rough. That's rough.
Second, I think that I just think that I don't think that would have been a good look for how they were going to try to defend her. The sympathy they were going to try to play on, I don't think them going in and saying this was a lover's quarrel would have been palatable for that same thing. Like, they were just going to run the white woman sympathy card. But I think she would have lost that white woman sympathy card if they found out you trying to get sympathy from killing the black dick you was sucking.
Right.
Like, I think if you're just a tired community servant cop who walked into, they were willing to believe that, bitch, you got
She's
up on
been
the
out
wrong
here
floor.
shoot niggas all day. Then she comes
Yeah.
to her fucking home. And
And
it's a nigga in the fucking living room. What the fuck would you do?
And that's my whole point, is that it was
Realize
easy. It's
that wasn't
easier
my
to
living
say.
room.
It's easier to say she's a
you coming
community
in here with
servant
common sense,
who
Tiff?
just
Ain't nobody
works
got time for this shit.
overtime. That's what I'm saying. It's not that. It's people who want to believe this woman, and they just need a reason to believe her.
Yeah.
So you give them a reason. She's a community servant who just worked overtime, and she came home tired. She got off on the wrong floor and walks past eight doors that you knew were not. Let me tell you something.
Right.
I've lived in an apartment building. Niggas decorate their doors and have floor mats. I swear to God, if you walk down any apartment floor, just get a random apartment building and walk down any level on any. Somebody gonna have a doormat, and if you walk to the next floor, somebody up there not gonna have a doormat. Nigga, you know what the niggas. The way to get to your apartment. I don't give a fuck. I've been drunk a many a nights coming into my house, apartment, all that shit. I know how to fuck to get there. Muscle memory.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know
even
your
know-
fucking apartment
Bro,
number. If
I
you
don't
know
even
you
live
in
at-
apartment 10 and you on the floor and all you see is apartment 20, 21, 22, bitch, you're on the wrong floor.
Bro,
You
I've
know
gotten
that.
to y'all apartment drunk. I don't even live in that motherfucker. I never went to the wrong floor, and I was fucked up going there. Hey,
Just don't.
that's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
stupid.
buying
I
that
don't know
one.
how that worked, but
Nah. You done made it home, drove home, all of that.
Nah, bro.
you ain't
that
that
shit.
damn tired.
No. And you a
No.
police officer. You used to being on the clock all time of the day.
Bitch, you was tired enough to motherfucking. Let me tell you something.
She was tired of his shit.
That's what you was tired of, bitch. That's what you was tired of.
Exactly.
Because I cannot believe that you would sleep enough to walk into the wrong apartment, but still awake enough that your instant reflexes was to be able to
Grab
kill
a
this man
gun.
before he got his hands on you. Like, bitch, you know how quick it take. You know how much it take to be able to get your gun out the holster. Police clip their guns into their holsters. That shit is not just loose. So, bitch, you had to unclip that motherfucker, get it up, and then cock it and shoot it. Bitch, you didn't do that half sleep.
Ain't you supposed to leave your stuff at the? I don't know. I'm just
No,
based off movies and stuff.
No, they take their guns with them because you still in commute from home. You still need to be armed.
Oh.
So you still got to, because somebody might just wait for you to get off work and hit you going from the station home. So they still do have to carry their guns, rightfully so on that.
And
so,
it's Texas, babies got guns.
Yeah, I was going to say, Texas, you born. That's the first. They don't give you a pacifier. They give you a clip. Give you a 22. That's what you get. They congratulations, it's a girl. Get her gun.
But if they were having a sexual relationship, doesn't that make everything else that followed weird too, though? Like the daddy, like low-key shooting his shot after.
Yeah, the daddy was like, I want to be friends with you. Let me ask you something, bro. You got brothers. I'm an only child, so it's different for me.
Me too.
But you got brothers. You an only child?
Yep.
Oh, dope. But like, y'all got siblings and shit. Somebody killed KT.
Look,
No way.
I'll tell you right now.
You forgiving her? You hugging her in the courtroom saying, let me come
No
and
way. No way.
Look.
No way, no how.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
I
bro.
understand that part.
It sounds like it sounds like some maybe like some biblical shit. Scorched earth, like fuck that. That's no.
I don't give a fuck. What? I don't know, babe. I know. Like, I'm not gonna let you forgive.
Nigga, you and me weren't in the womb together.
Did you just ask me that?
Somebody go like, oh yeah, nigga, we popped fucking EJ. I'm be like, damn. I'm a hug him out. And I believe in forgiveness. Like I believe in I believe in forgiveness as far as you forgive so you don't carry it with you for the rest of your life. But I'm also a fan of like retribution and like you earn what the fuck you got.
I give people a chance to get the fuck from around me. I'm not forgiving nobody about shit.
Gotta
If you ever did me
they
something,
was Haitian though, right? So we basing this like off of the states. Like,
let me tell you something. You want me to tell you one thing about Haitians?
What?
Haitians are the one people that have never lost a revolt. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. They're the one people that have never, every war that Haitians have ever fought, they won. Mm-hmm. You understand that? Mm-hmm. Them niggas is not people that are willing to let shit go and be nice, and they not afraid of a fight because they believe that their ancestors and the blood that flow through them come from warriors.
They're also incredibly Christian people.
They are very spiritual.
They're very religious.
Yes.
And hardcore Christians.
Yes.
That shit.
That's true too. So I don't know.
Not just
that
to
is
keep
a whole
it to
different
Haitian, but they household. We don't know what their household was about.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Why everybody act like Jesus just be like, all right, man, forgive.
That's
like,
why I keep saying I need to talk to somebody who knew this
kicked
nigga.
that table over. His daddy was burning motherfuckers up, flooding shit. Fucking
havoc.
Yeah,
bro.
they only focus on like water and the wine and feeding people fish, and Jesus, like he gave his only begotten son. No, his only begotten son came down here on his own because he heard his daddy was gonna fuck y'all up.
People that did shit wrong to Jesus people, Jesus basically would go to them and let them know, my dad about to fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
Like, God about to burn this whole motherfucker down. I just want you to know. Like, that's not what
Time
you're
out.
trying to
Look
make
here.
it.
In the book, the fucking climax of the book is a war. It's like, yo, we get the niggas up top and the niggas up out, and we burn all this shit in the middle. That's the big fucking climax of the book. It's niggas scrapping. Shut the fuck up with this, like, turn the other. The guy said, look, there's a nigga in the book with a flaming sword. Not a sword that's got fire. It's made of fire. Fuck y'all. Kiss my ass with this hug and shit.
Yeah,
You think he did it for the check?
What check?
What check?
You get the silver suit?
You think he did it for the check?
Who, the daddy or the brother?
The brother.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I don't think so. If you seen the emotion on him, you can't. No,
I don't put
know.
nothing past nobody.
Right.
Yeah, I don't put nothing past nobody, my nigga.
Hugs from everybody.
I don't put nothing past nobody, my nigga. I don't know. It's just emotions don't work that way. Like, these niggas didn't even look emotional. That nigga daddy was up there smiling like.
The brother did though. He did.
Moms wasn't having it.
The daddy
the
was
mom,
up there.
That's why I said when people were saying the whole family, I was like, don't
No,
do that,
yeah,
because
'cause
the
the
mama
moms
was
was
sitting
not-
there like, y'all all got me fucked up.
Yeah,
She wasn't feeling
moms
none
wasn't
of it.
having it.
She wasn't feeling none of it.
None of that. Moms didn't want to give. She's no.
So I don't know if the daddy and the brother was under the white woman voodoo that they say
That's
niggas
it.
fall under, and you just, the blonde hair and blue eyes had you so entranced
Yeah,
that
bro, I
you
don't know
just
if
had
it's-
to forgive and hug.
I don't know
As
if
much-
it's that.
as
I don't know
much
if
as
it's
white
like you
people
said,
love to
it's
be-
money.
But the black
I don't
woman
know
in
what
the
the
room
fuck it
wasn't
could
feeling
be.
it.
Who niggas? As much as we always talk about the white hero, niggas love to say white women too.
Oh,
Niggas
yeah.
love to say white women. Don't get shit fucked up.
That's
A white
true.
woman that's in distress, niggas love to be the first nigga that befriended her and proved to her niggas wasn't angry.
See,
Like,
I be scared of that. I be fucking around thinking somebody gonna blame me. I go the other way.
who?
It's terrifying.
It's none of my business.
Why women start crying in front of me? I'll run in traffic first. I'm terrified.
I'm not. I'm going like I treat them like homeless people in front of the grocery store asking for change. I don't see them motherfuckers. I keep walking and don't look. That's how I treat white
homeless people, buddy. That
should
That's how I treat white women who are in distress. Them bitches is. I'm not doing it because somehow.
It's a setup.
Distress.
Huh?
It's a setup.
Yeah, it's a exactly like it's like bait car. If you see a white woman crying, walk the other way because it's like bait car. You go help this bitch. You gonna pull out a Kleenex and they gonna be like, he's got drugs. She's gonna be like, got another one. Like, and it's just gonna be no, don't ever. You see a white woman in trouble, you call 411. That's what the fuck you do.
You don't even call the police. You call for information.
You find your ass somewhere else to go. If you walk somewhere and you find a white woman in trouble, you don't call 911. You call 411 and find your ass somewhere else to go so you can get the fuck away from this bitch.
Nigga said, this is my favorite restaurant. I'm going to just get in the car and go. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go ahead and go.
I'm going to head out.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head out.
You see a white woman crying, you turn into SpongeBob. On
Damn.
I'm going to head out.
We just ordered. Nah, let's get the fuck up out of here, man. She crying.
Threezy ain't saying nothing. Threezy must be saving white bitches. Threezy ain't saying nothing. He like, that's crazy.
I just keep it basic with the whole situation. I seen the brother thing. I'm not really all deep into what's going on, so I know what happened with the verdict and everything.
Yeah,
like
to
that.
me, bro,
so
I just
chiming in as the topics come in.
It's just the gist of like, bro, basically just that. Like, I not understand everything. Like, I just don't have nothing for you. Like, even if I can't forget, even if I don't hate you, I just don't have.
Right.
I can't not have.
Yeah,
I can't.
I can't say I want
Not
us
my
to
brother.
be friends and
Yeah,
giving you hugs
I just don't
and
have
all
nothing
that.
for.
Like,
I can't hug you.
one of the cats
I'm not
that-
saying they got a hater.
You
How did
seen
y'all hug her?
You ever
Right.
seen the footage on YouTube of the cats going
Crazy,
crazy? And
yeah.
that's gonna be me. That's me on the other hand. So that's gonna be the total.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like that's my natural instinct. I gotta hold back from doing that to you. So to be able to muster up enough to actually go put my arms around you and say I forgive you, and then to see my father after my brother, you just killed my brother. I say I want to be your friend. That's hard. I'm not saying that they got a hater. Like some people looking for niggas to be like, yo, hate her.
I'm not
No,
I'm not looking for hate.
But how do you befriend somebody who did that?
No, I think people.
I can even understand like if you like the cop that locked you up, you did 10 years for a drug charge, and then later on became friends with the cop. I be understanding that shit. Like, all right, that shit happens.
It's some real life like get out shit. Like that's what it seems.
Get out.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how long do we?
It was crazy.
You're in
It
a
was
trance.
bananas.
Yeah, like how long do? To me, y'all like. I guess this is kind of segueing into the how forgiving are we gonna be? Like as black people, like how forgiving are you?
No,
Like how much grace do you provide the ignorance of some people or like the offenses of some people? Like how much grace do you allow?
Taking it to a much lower level, it's nowadays it's so many black people that have friends that's white or not black. Because to me, if you're not black, you can't say it either. That say nigga, and it's fine.
Right.
Ain't no problem. They don't take offense. They looking at
You
you
gotta-
crazy for getting offended.
You got a Mexican producer. You in the studio with your Mexican producer. He let a nigga fly. He like, nigga, that shit fire. What you saying, Threezy? Threezy, what you saying?
Man,
Honestly,
I'm
bro.
gonna be 100. I ain't tripping.
You ain't tripping?
Nah, I ain't
Most-
tripping.
I feel you. I feel you.
If
LA
you say
culture.
the ER at me, then I'm tripping.
No,
But
never
it's
say
not-
the
no,
ER.
look,
Never say the
Look,
ER.
I'm gonna be 100. If you, it's a lot of cats that been around it. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. This is just my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, just being in music, it'll be cats that feel like I could cuss on here. So
Of course,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
do
It's,
shit.
it's whatever. It's niggas that feel like they came up around black people or whatever. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So who am I if we just met? You know what I mean? I can't chime in if you say nigga. Cool, like you know what I'm saying. You're not looking at me, calling me a nigger in a racist term. You relating to me on that point. We can't relate, you know what I mean, as far as that. But I'll let it slide, bro.
You let that
I'm just
one
trying to
ride.
do business, yeah.
I
But
think
Yeah, okay. I
LA
can
though,
feel it.
like the city of LA, being born and raised
just
from there, it come with it. Like we used to that. We our next door neighbors is Mexicans,
but
and
I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off.
you
I'm
good.
cutting you off. I'm sorry, but like it just depends. Like now, if I just see like a pack of white boys or something
Right,
like
that's way different.
somewhere saying it like. And we not like in
We at Hermosa, we at the bar, we at Sharky's, and it just
I can't let the nigga or nigger slide at
Right.
that.
Yeah,
point.
you
So
just-
it depends the atmosphere. I'll say, you know
I
what I mean.
guess.
It depends.
Okay.
That,
I got a question. Like, if you grew up around black people, like, is that on you to kind of understand the people you grew up around? Instead of just saying it like nigga is pop culture and it's fun to do, but like to understand the history of the word you're saying. If you grew up around us and black people are so cool, and I fuck with my niggas, and isn't that on you to kind of understand the emphasis of this word, like why we get to say it and y'all don't?
That's if you assuming that the black people that they grew up around
Right.
have that
Educated,
kind
yeah.
of
Right.
education. It's a lot of black people that don't know our history and ain't thinking that deep into it. So if they homeboy that's Asian or Mexican or whatever say nigga, to them it's just that.
It's whoever
Also,
you
said
just
it.
say nigga. It's
Is the
fine.
ERA really a thing? Or was that just some like niggas? That's really a differentiation between like ER. I always thought it was the same shit. And, like you just like to pronounce your fucking R's and shit.
No,
I didn't know like saying
I get
aura.
what Threezy saying. I know where he
I
coming from.
get
with
it,
because certain
but, like-
Mexican, certain Mexican people will hit you with the ER. Like,
It's
sir,
different.
I've been some places with some niggas that got some 13s on their face, and they willing to hit you with that ER just to be
yeah.
just,
Like I know
just
you
to
want to
let
say
you know.
emphasis, but I've heard
I
somebody
get what
say,
you're saying,
but I've heard
I
somebody
get
say
what
nigga negatively. So to me, it all boils into the same thing at some point.
Especially, it's even generationally, right? It's young Mexicans that you might have grew up with, that you cool with, that's your friends. That's like, this my nigga, but
I don't like
they
them niggers.
parents at home saying, I don't want you outside hanging with them niggers. They not saying it the way your friend is saying
Right,
it. So it's
right,
different.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's 2020. Everybody use it in their own right. Like me, if I say my nigga, I'm referring to literally my man. Like I'm not gonna call a random black guy off the street nigga, but I'm like, my nigga, he be tripping or whatever the case may be. Like that's what I mean. So it's different. I mean, it's levels to it. It got lost in the sauce, the meaning. Honestly,
To me, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'll tell a motherfucker in a minute, like, bro, I'm gonna come. Don't say that around me.
Yeah.
In a minute, I'll tell you, like, I'm
I'll tell
uncomfortable.
you.
Don't do that.
yeah.
I get you. I
It's
understand
a
you.
tone too.
And I cut niggas off too with it, just quick. Like I know what your excuse gonna be. You grew up around black people. You grew up in the hood. Your baby mama black. Your
you'll
step
have to
pops is
respect
black.
that.
I get it.
They have to
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah, because if not, like
Right.
Because everybody's not.
Everybody's
They don't
not
know.
gonna
Yeah.
go
You
for
know what I'm
it.
saying? Every black person's not going for that.
nah, I'm not, bro. Like to me, that's not a pass for like that's not a pass to struggle. That's not a pass to my struggle. That's not a pass to my understanding. That's not a pass to my history.
Yeah.
That you was just around some motherfuckers. Because you might have been around some motherfuckers who wasn't no real niggas. Like they just might have been some motherfuckers. They just might have been just
Black.
yeah. They didn't really have no experiences. Like I met niggas from I've met people from Anaheim and shit that be like, nah, I grew up with black people. How? Where, nigga? You had one black family on your block and you hung out their house all the time. That don't mean you get to say nigga, bro.
They
To me,
probably
that's what I be having.
advocate.
That's why I don't allow that excuse because it be niggas that really knew one black family that be like, I grew up around black
for
people,
sure.
and I'm like, no, bro, that's not an excuse because you knew one black person.
Right.
No, you didn't grow up in the projects and like.
I was
No.
at the bar the other night, and then some white lady was making small talk with me, and she was like trying to relate to me saying nigga, and like I wasn't saying that. I was just like,
Mike.
I'm like, you saying yeah, she trying to relate to me by saying nigga or whatever, and I'm like, you don't she being too extra out with it at this point.
Right.
So then I told her she walking by, and I'm telling her, I'm like she's like saying nigga, she like keep saying it. I'm like telling her like, man, you should be quiet. Everybody's not going to accept that. She like, my baby daddy's black. I have black dick for. I'm like, whoa, she drunk at this one. I've had black dick for the past 20 years, and I'm like, I know, I
That's the
understand.
thing,
I really
She's
can't
like, my
stand
kids,
that. I really
my
hate
kids
that.
call me
That's really a
nigga
thing.
all the time.
And that's why I don't fuck with that shit because I'm not gonna
couldn't relate to.
I'm not gonna be picky about when I'm gonna choose it. I'm gonna just say off rip.
Right.
If you not black, don't
Just
say it
don't do
around
it.
me.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
care
Yeah.
what you do around your people, but if you around me, I don't want to hear it because it be shit like that, like
Right.
chicks that got black baby daddies and feel like now me and you is.
Girl,
No,
right?
sis,
Because
no.
these niggas be
We
tripping,
about to
bitch.
talk
Like,
about
you be
these
like,
niggas.
no.
No, we're not about to talk
Yikes.
about that.
These
Niggas-
black kings is amazing, bitch. That's what I'm
You don't get to do that.
I gotta give Kyrie 2
Yeah.
cents. Kyrie is blowing up. There's
Oh.
no difference. They gave us nigger and Jesus. We took both, embraced them, and took them to another level. Kyrie is going off today.
Kyrie, you posted 3 niggas in the shower on your timeline this week, so you're banned from our group chat. Kyrie is our gay brother. He be posting just menses with the because gay people put an S on everything, so that's the men's is
done.
so he just be posting men on his and I just be scrolling at work and it just be a nigga like just like this on my timeline with no shirt and my boss be over my shoulder like, hey, good morning, Eric. I'm like, sorry, man, this is not me. This is somebody else. And he's like, no, don't ask, don't tell, and just walks away. And so no, that's Kyrie is that guy. He puts uncomfortable shit on my timeline, so I'm banning him from the chat this week. You're banned, Kyrie. You're banned.
Damn.
But yeah, to me, that's why I just put my foot down is because I believe in standards over exceptions. To me, I have a standard of things. I don't allow exceptions and caveats in that. This is just my standard, my nigga. Just you can't step on my shoes. You can't eat my food. You can't do certain things. It's not like, you can step on my shoe if you my homeboy, but not. No, I just don't do certain shit.
Period.
To me, that's just that. Period. That's just it. So if you don't, period.
That's
on
a good
period.
mindset to have though, because we need more structure. Like America is toe up.
That's just my personal discipline,
up.
and that's a part of my personal discipline. Like to not be able to do that puts you at a crossroad with a lot of shit. That means sometimes you got to leave certain places, even though you having fun. Yeah. That's my self discipline of like I'm not gonna let you do this to me. Whatever I got to do to hold that line, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So that's just me. Like you can't say that around me, bro. I don't give a fuck. If your reason is not my mama and daddy black, that's the only reason.
Or your mama or daddy black. You can have a black parent.
One black parent.
You black then. You got a black mama or a black daddy.
Don't say it if you ain't black. However the fuck you ended up black, I don't give a fuck. Like, but if you ain't black, and not that GMO black, not that new shit they making. You know, you can make yourself black now. You niggas is GMO African American. But yeah, my nigga, like to me, that's because that's a huge thing, bro. That's a huge thing, and that's such a broad, just. That's such a welcome. Like I'm so tired of letting people come to the cookout. We ain't got no more food. Ain't no more plates.
The cookout been closed.
Don't bring your plate.
How long are black people gonna be forgiven?
Yeah.
I think it's just levels to it. I think some black people are always gonna be more forgiving than others. And
they gotta stop that.
That's
shit.
just up to you.
You what? The cookout?
The cookout and all this unnecessary.
No, because I go back and watch Eric Garner shit. Like Eric Garner's wife was like, "Fuck no, hell no, fuck his apologies and condolences." Like she didn't give a fuck. She was straight up with it. Like I'm not gonna act nice. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm not gonna do the pretty thing. Yeah, fuck her. Fuck
I do
him.
think that sometimes that's the responsibility of the ones who like are with the I don't want like forgiveness shit. I'm not inclusive shit to like have the ability to like we might have to cut off the ones who are super we gonna save the world and everybody come with us like in order to
no they gonna die. I've always said that. I've always said
you gotta be
I've always said the ones in the middle gonna die.
Yeah, you gotta throw them like if you gonna do this usness shit you gotta be willing to throw them motherfuckers away.
The ones in the middle gonna die.
Yeah,
I've always TJ. You've heard me say that forever. The ones in the middle gonna die.
Them, they don't know.
Like
shit.
niggas. If you listen to the show, you've heard me say
they don't know.
The ones in the middle gonna
you
die.
Gotta throw them away a little bit.
You know how I know they gonna die? Cause I'm gonna kill you. That's how I know you gonna die. Like if it come down to it and you get to trying to be, oh no, but Rachel Dolezal, nigga, you stay on the outside with that bitch. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not. No,
no, I consistently think about that like to a scare, like to a level where it might scare me. Like I look at shit like Hong Kong and shit where niggas are just blowing up shit in the streets. I'd be like, if it came down to it, like, you know, a lot of you niggas, I probably have to. I follow some of y'all. I fuck with y'all, and bro, you guys are doing great shit. I'd have to leave a lot of you niggas somewhere to fuck over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
at best, have y'all seen what's going on in Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong, they just getting lit. They said fuck the government. You know, Hong Kong is an island, and then like the mainland of China was trying to put rules on them niggas, and they was like, nah, we good, bro. We like a little province. We fuck with some of y'all laws, but we don't fuck with all of y'all laws. Don't come here with all that shit. And then so they came and tried to put like surveillance poles up and shit, like surveillance cameras on the poles that like did facial recognition.
Them
niggas was like, nah. So what we finna do is push all these motherfucking poles over in the city, nigga. So all these motherfucking poles, literally, niggas was going out on the street just rocking them bitches until they fell. And so the Chinese government was like, y'all can't do that shit. Y'all tripping. And so them niggas start firebombing the police, like kidnapping them niggas and beating them and dropping them off in random parts of the city, firebombing them niggas. It's a video on World Star.
Like they just popped somebody.
They
like
fucking them niggas up.
And you know us, like somebody gets shot, it'd be like, oh shit, somebody gets shot. We gotta stop. Them niggas said, nah, fuck that. We finna go.
Yeah, they like really revolting in Hong Kong and saying like, fuck that shit, bro. Like we tired of shit. And so when I say that, I mean that. Like it's gonna be some niggas that's like police informants. Niggas gonna find out eventually that some of their homies is police informants, and when it come down to the revolt, the nigga gonna be like, no, Officer Jones. I'm gonna be like, oh, you get this nigga out of here too. Get this nigga and Officer Jones out of here.
But I think that's like a lot of shit where we like shoot ourselves in the foot. We niggas talk a lot of that shit, but if it came down to it, niggas do a lot of like bringing everybody in. They throw it to Jesus, and Jesus say whatever. Now you back in the same spot you was in when you started.
No, Jesus gave me the power to kill you. When I say kill you, like metaphorically, like Jesus gave me the power to cut you off. That's what Jesus want me to do. Jesus don't want me to forgive you. No, he don't.
What else happened? The huggers and what else?
I really, this is the best worst like show ever because I don't know what the fuck happened in the world. If you asking me for pop culture, I 100% don't know what the fuck happened in life.
Something else happened this week that I
what
was
y'all saw?
I didn't see shit. That shit I saw.
You segue way too fast for no reason.
Yeah, she said that shit. Niggas had no setup. I don't got nothing to go to shit. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually,
how was y'all week?
Yeah, I could at least give me I could have just sat here and made fun of Jesus for like 20 minutes. Look at it, EJ trying to find some shit. I'm nervous. I'm sweating in
How
this
y'all
bitch.
feel about Cardi B?
What happened?
The media took an interview of her.
God bless Threezy, man. If y'all don't go listen to this nigga music, he just saved the show.
I couldn't hear you because
I couldn't
talking.
hear
Hold on.
She was screaming. They basically she did an interview. And they made it seem like her daughter called somebody else mom. Mm-hmm. So the media and the headline was, and she went off. She went crazy. So they said is she bugging or what do you feel?
She did what to somebody else mom?
So they tried to make it seem like her daughter called somebody else mother instead of Cardi B.
Somebody. Yeah. And then the headline when they put the video out, the headline was basically saying just that. That was the whole topic, the clickbait.
Gotcha.
And she went crazy in the interview. On YouTube. She put a video out screaming to the top of her lungs. Y'all got to check it out.
She was mad that was said, or she was mad that
that was
said.
How
the media. She said she doesn't play about a child.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is the media got to calm the fuck down. Media is getting, and as a person, that's a part of the media.
Yeah, I was going to say as we are in the media, that shit is whack. That's not news. That's just
children
making clickbait
as
for
a
no
mama,
fucking reason.
Out.
Yeah,
that's one thing I will talk about. And no, that's out.
Yeah, I'm from the old school, my nigga. Even the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst gangster didn't fuck with people kids. No matter who you was, you left kids off limits, my nigga. I've been out with niggas and niggas I got on site beef with, and they holding they hand in hand with their baby in Target, and it's
next time.
Next time when I see you, you know I'm on you, right?
For sure.
And nigga be like, all right, I'll take this pass.
Yeah.
And so for me, I don't have nothing in me for a nigga that for people that go after any realm of any children at all. You can not like me all you want. The moment you go after my son or you mention my son, the gloves come off, my nigga.
Ugly
yeah, I need to smell. You gonna smell my cologne, my nigga? You gonna smell my cologne?
Talk to me how you want to. Talk about anybody.
All that. That's your job is to talk about me.
Yeah, bro. You bring the kids in. It's it goes to another level at that point.
Bro, you gonna smell my cologne? I'm gonna be up on you. You gonna see me in person, my nigga. You gonna know what I smell like.
I think that should be a thing.
I don't know that I consider that the same. But at the same time, I'm not mad at her for being mad and going about it the way she go about it. I just feel if you are Cardi B, people are going to say shit about your family, about you, because you are motherfuckers made whole videos, messages, and everything about how nappy Blue Ivy hair was and all kinds of terrible shit. If Beyonce spent her time making videos cussing people out and going off every time somebody said something, it's just exhausting. I'm not saying that you can't do it or that you wrong for doing it. I just feel like she's gonna tire herself out if every time somebody says something sideways about her or her family, she flip out. You gonna run yourself into the ground.
That's true. It's hurtful. I don't care. That's one thing I'm gonna defend. I don't care what type of platform I got.
Yeah, my child, my nigga.
I feel like both. I feel like there is a realm where like this. I know as this grows and this becomes the biggest fucking platform in history, somebody gonna be like, that motherfucker TJ out here doing whatever the fuck I'm not doing. So there's a part where I'm like, yes, people are gonna talk shit about whatever, but I'm also a really staunch believer in you can talk yourself into an ass whooping. I've said shit already on here that if somebody wanted to come through whatever that said, hey motherfucker you, and I'd be like, I'd have to go, I said it, and if you want 5 minutes, then we can get this 5 minutes. So I'm in the middle. Yes, you are signing up for this, but I do feel like people can still talk themselves in the foot and ass. That's all.
I don't feel like that's why I said I'm not saying that you whatever response you get, I'm not mad at the person giving you the response. I'm just saying for her, I worry that she gonna drive herself fucking crazy trying to check every motherfucking body that says anything.
She been doing good. She's been doing good.
She has been doing good.
But this one pushed her over the edge.
Because I wasn't mad when she was trying to whoop Nicki Minaj ass. Bitch, you been talking a lot of shit. You done got seen. Now if you get touched, then that's just the way that's going to go.
Yeah, I think for sure peer-to-peer is very little. It's no room peer-to-peer. So when you look at a Cardi B, Nicki Minaj situation, I think everybody's okay with that just for any idea of anything because you guys are equals. To me, I think sometimes...
Not people was talking shit. She shouldn't be acting like that. She gonna fuck up her old career, da-da-da-da.
Granted, that opinion is valid. Cool.
I heard something it's if you don't address it, it's just a rumor. But when you address it, it becomes a public service announcement.
That's dangerous because sometimes a motherfucker be trying you, and I'm like, nigga, I'm not famous.
Sometimes
I got
regular. Like 5 minutes. When you speak up on it, it's gonna. Now she got another week of this because she spoke up on it.
To me, sometimes some rumors gotta be addressed.
So I still live in like regular. I go to work.
And that's
I
what
put
she
a
needs
foot
to
in your
have a team
ass. So
for.
like,
She don't have to directly speak on that. She should have a team. I'm sure she do that. Back her up on that.
But in reality, sometimes it's about who these stories come from as well, though.
It might have came from her team. That's why she's so salty, low key. Because that would hurt me if that was kind of true. That would hurt me, and I would have to speak up on it.
I don't think it. But my thing is like, if it's your team, say it's your makeup artist that you just fired.
Right.
To me, that's 9 times out of 10 wouldn't be that. And what that is somebody using. Like when I was a kid, I called my granny mama. Like just because that's what everybody called her. Like it was just mama. Like it was big mama. Like so.
And her baby is 1-year-olds be calling random motherfuckers mom. They just they know 3 words.
Somebody heard that one time and they took that and ran with it. So it could come from anything.
So my thing is like that may be again why she was so mad because that's something that's close and intimate. Because to the best of my knowledge, I don't see them out with culture like that or mad people around culture. Anytime I see them there, she's usually like in a home. I don't see her out like that baby out. So I don't think it's just like she's around random people. That's something that came from an inner circle of somebody that she's close to, and I think that might have been provoked it. It's sometimes it's the source of the motherfucker. Like that came from somebody who know me, and that hurts. Like you trying to take a shot at me in the public with something that you know hurts me or you know affects me, and I think that's the level of violation Cardi be feeling sometimes. And I don't know. I just think sometimes niggas press passes do not absorb you of personal accountability. Like just because you got a press pass, you are not absorbed of your personal accountability of what you got to answer to when a motherfucker that you said something bad about say when they see you. Like you can't be violating and talking crazy about people on platforms, and then when you see them, just hold your press pass up in their face. No, you gonna get your ass beat.
Right.
Yeah, that's the part I like that bugs me. And I feel like we probably good at that. We've said a lot of shit on here. And if somebody shit that I've said,
if I ever see Caitlyn Jenner, that bitch gonna swing on me.
Yeah,
I'm over it. Like I understand that though.
I get that's the part I get. Like I've said some wild shit on here. All people I probably can't even remember, but I said what I said. So if you're mad, then you gonna be mad about it, and we could talk or we could fight or we could whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like I can't believe she got mad at me for fucking. I said her mom was the whore, but her mom was fucking.
Yeah.
Nah, I fuck with Keith. Keith gave me a job, my nigga, but that doesn't mean I lost my accountability. Like. Right. Keith gave me a pass to walk around this motherfucker and say crazy shit to niggas. Keith is a nigga that
what if I make
somebody walk up to me while I'm out and I'm with Keith and Keith know how to say some crazy shit on my show about him. Keith gonna be like, hey, EJ, you got to answer for that.
Right. Yeah,
like,
bro. If I'm sitting here with Keith and I be like, I hate niggas who wear motherfucking jean jackets and shit. Yeah. If Keith want to fight about it, then shit, Keith want to fight about it.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that. You
that Canadian
whatever you talk, you gotta be willing to be addressed. If you said it, if you did it.
Yeah, sometimes to me that shit gets lost in translation and people don't just like you I don't know, personal accountability in this day and age and time, like I think social media, the fact that you can say shit so far away and still touch somebody with it, I think that has made niggas forget that you still got to go outside, my nigga. Like people really be or they think it's two different worlds. Like they think shit lives on the internet. Like
it was just Instagram.
Yeah, like I was just doing my job. I just posted an email.
This nigga be getting mad over social media. Get your ass whooped over social media.
Yeah, my nigga, like don't do that.
I've had many instances like that. Encounters in person. What was that you was saying? I don't care how long ago it was. Let's talk about it.
No, I know exactly what it was that you said. My only question to the nigga that I see, like, if you violate like that, my only question to you is what made you think you was gonna be okay? Right. Like, what made you think it was okay to say that and you was gonna walk around and not have to see me?
The internet.
Like, if you knew you was going, like, it don't be. I know what you said already, motherfucker. I could read. I read it. That's why we talking, nigga. What made you think you could say that though? Those is gonna be my questions.
Of a man than you?
Like, like what the fuck made you? Yeah, nigga, like what
did you
I
think?
feel like
what you doing on your day to day that make you feel like you can say certain shit about me and not have to. And when you see me, it's gonna be okay.
I feel like the same shit you and me talk about though, because like what you're talking about to me is like a lesson you get from a nigga from a generation that might not have given that to other people. Like my father taught me that lesson. Like what you say will get your ass whooped. Your father taught you what you say could get you in a fight. It's clearly a lot of motherfuckers walking around here. If they was like, you could just say it and then we'll like, you know, have a discussion, take it to the principal's office or whatever the fuck way it works now. But I don't know if we was the last. Like I was told if they say something, you bust their ass and you better not get in this motherfucking car and talk about no shit about you lost or whatever the fuck that is. Like I legitimately was brought up that way. So
I remember
yeah.
To my nigga, look, let me tell you something. To whoop
Now
some
that
ass,
shit
you got to
is
bring some
toxic
ass
or whatever.
Like that's the only way it's working. You just can't come to this party empty-handed saying you finna whoop my ass. I hope you got an ass too, because I'm gonna whoop yours back. Like we gonna be whooping
like,
each other's
I'm not
asses.
even saying you can't say what you want, but
Yeah.
you should understand there are consequences with
consequences.
everything.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's my whole point. I never mind people. You can say what the fuck you want to say. That's free speech. But this is the speech is free, but them consequences is gonna cost your ass, nigga. That's what people fail to realize. The speech is free. Yeah, it's free speech, and you can say it. That's what's free. But them consequences is what's gonna charge your ass up and have you in the negative. That's the problem, nigga. Your account gonna be in the red now because the consequences is what charged you. You done speeched your ass into a whole ass whooping, and now I'm finna put your ass on your eyebrows, and I'm gonna send you back on where you came from looking crazy.
You done speeched your ass.
Yeah, you done speeched your ass into an ass whooping.
People that struggle
That's
with that
fire.
is people that didn't go outside as kids.
Yeah, I really
'Cause
feel
you
like
learn
that.
just going outside.
Yeah, just going outside, my nigga. Like
going outside, you learn them kind of lessons.
that's basic shit. Like if you run, you gonna scrape your knee. Like if you don't tie your shoes, you gonna fall. Like that's the basic shit of life. If you say some crazy shit, when you a nigga that grew up outside like you like you go to the gym, you went outside growing up. You know you gotta handle yourself. You understand that if you say some crazy shit, you got to answer for that, right? That's just common fucking
because
sense.
you know what? You got to come outside tomorrow. That's why going outside teach you how to watch your fucking mouth and what you do.
But you know what it is?
Out
It's
here
the young
talking
niggas.
shit today, and tomorrow when you go outside and Takeisha is outside and she heard about that shit you was talking, you and her about to have a conversation.
Who you got to have a conversation with? Because you want to fight right now.
I'm just saying.
You
I
just
don't-
smacked
I don't
you just smacked that chair,
I don't
the
understand
desk.
that.
I'm shook.
That shit make me mad.
Hey, fuck her, whoever it is. Or hey, look.
Y'all didn't go outside and play.
Somebody-
Y'all just didn't go outside
Hey,
and play.
look,
Period.
it's some nurse finna get beat the fuck out them scrubs come Monday. God
Right.
damn.
I don't even see
Nah,
nobody
bro.
no more.
I mean, in the professional world, though, that's really the thing because a lot of the
Oh.
it's not only about did you go outside. It's about where did you go outside at. Like, what area was you going outside in? Because there's certain people that I work with that's the same age as me. I know you grew up in an area where you went outside just like me. But my question is like, you was going outside in a different area. The people out there still wasn't making you be accountable for the shit you was
Right,
doing.
wasn't getting checked.
Like Riley wasn't making you answer for talking crazy when you was outside playing. But Jermaine made sure that if I said something crazy, that we was gonna have to.
You just-
So it's a different
if you
thing.
think
Like
you
in the
about to go
professional world,
shoot
I come across
marbles,
that.
You ain't about
Yeah.
to go shoot marbles today. All that shit she was talking yesterday.
Nah,
Get
I
your
just
ass whooped.
I don't know. That's how do y'all like you ever come like I know for you the publisher, your first publisher. Like how did you feel when a nigga just tried to G you on the phone and be like, yeah, I'm kind of cool on you too, my nigga. Like was that one of them type of things that did you kind of make him understand like, bro, you have to like. Did you try to sue? Was there money exchange hands? Did you just let that live?
Oh
or?
no, we was real early in the game, so I didn't even give him no money yet. He dropped out, thankfully, in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm a big believer of God anyway in faith, so I wasn't even tripping like that. I'm like,
So you
I'm
don't
very
ever take that
self-sufficient.
accountability in your own hands
But we done
sometimes.
already-
Now I do, because
we
now
already talked
shit,
about
I'm a
nigga, God
publisher.
be smiting motherfuckers. I read them chapters.
Yeah, like for me, I don't know, man. To me, you do me some wrong, my nigga. You
I'm
fuck up
finna
some-
smite you.
Yeah, ain't really
Look,
nothing you
I'm
could do
finna
in that
smite the fuck out
situation,
on
right?
God
Nigga say he
them.
don't want to work
boss
with you.
up,
He
that's
don't
all
want to
you
work
have to
with
do.
you. All right. fuck
Bruh,
you.
look,
I'm sure
I
he
ain't with
was
none of that turn
She
the
didn't
other
give him
cheek.
no money or nothing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
well,
see
yeah,
if like
yeah.
I gave
But
you
he
money
gave the
and
wrong person
you went
information
bad
though, because now I'm
business.
giving it to everybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
What about you, Threezy? Nigga, ever you ever been in the studio or
I
something?
know
Nigga
you
just
done
came at you kind of
suplexed a
crazy.
nigga in the
Nigga done
studio.
tried to double charge you for a beat. Hey, nigga, it's been something, nigga, that you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had situations. I was in the studio.
Nigga, fuck you. You gonna pay me my money on the DM, and then you gotta see this nigga.
No,
like
the
what?
dude, we was in there working, and somehow the studio, he lost the key to the booth. We was in there working all day when it was time to record, but then like after the fact, he was telling me like he wanted some bread for studio time, and I'm like, we could have been talked about it. Like you didn't have to pull no
Right.
funny bunny business, like you know what I mean, so we could get on that tip, and it was just like something we could have really communicated that was mine.
But then my nigga understand, like, bro, you've done this, so now I can't fuck with you, or I
mean,
don't want to
I
pay
had
you.
to come at him on that tip. I don't know if he really understood, but I mean, I'm gonna still let you know how I feel about it. You know what I mean, as far as my point of view. But did I have to tell him and let him know? Yeah, I did. But the funny business was
Yeah,
weird.
to
As far
me, that's
as
another
far as
thing
him
that's
losing the
hard.
key, I don't know.
That's hard for me. Is like that thing where it's like somebody puts they shit on you, like the you don't know how to take accountability, so now you gonna make it seem like I'm tripping, like oh I'm crazy because now I want to talk to you about
Right,
what
it
you
was-
done said.
and
Like
that's what the
I don't
situation
like that's
was. I
what.
was the
Playing
bad
victim.
blood
Yeah,
of the
that's-
situation when I went off and everything like that. Like I was the it made me look like I was the bad guy when I felt like, you know what I mean? It was just a crazy situation.
Look, man. Ain't nobody above an ass whooping. You turn the other cheek, turn that shit into a spinning back fist. Shout out to Joey Davis on that motherfucking win this weekend.
Oh, Joey Davis one?
Bro, nigga threw a knee, knocked the nigga all the way the fuck out.
Did y'all see that Fantasia video?
Nuh-uh. What Fantasia do? Fantasia always give you some good nigga shit.
No, for real.
She always give you good nigga shit.
Yeah, I like where her head at right now because, you know.
Oh, wait, what Fantasia video we talking about? Breakfast Club or like it was another one?
I think it was Breakfast Club.
Can she read? She can read now? Can she?
Can she? We just forgot about that. Why you gonna remind us?
For real.
Oh,
I hope so. Okay,
she can read now, bro. She can read.
That was back in the day.
No. She went. She got a tutor and shit.
Okay.
Like
like
she did.
Fantasia.
She did
I
mention
wasn't
that.
trying to
She
laugh
talked
like
about
that.
that. She talked about like she basically was broke, my nigga. Like she woke up one day and didn't have no money, and she was like, it was because I never handled my finances. It was because I couldn't handle my finances. She talked about that in her like 2 interviews ago.
But what was she saying? What did you say? I don't know.
She just really. I like where her head is at as far as relationships go. Like she's very submissive. And
that interview.
Yes, with her and her husband. Because you know what? People are really getting into like. What happened?
You started talking about relationships and submissive women. I was just like,
What's wrong with that? Put that mic. Oh, I see. See, but that's what I'm saying.
What is that?
Though,
What is that like? I would love to know.
they still make those?
Oh,
I don't
yeah, I'm
know.
very submissive.
What is it about?
What does that mean to be very
To me,
submissive?
that means that my man, I trust in him, and he has leadership to where I can step back and just be the woman that I am. I don't have to be in charge all the time. I'm comfortable with letting my man drive, and I can be his passenger or whatever the case may be. I'm independent, but I do have a way about me where I can let go of that wheel. I don't have to be that all the time because I'm naturally independent, and so I want that. I'm tired of like riding for myself.
Pickle jar. Who opened the pickle jar in the house?
Huh?
Wow.
The pickle jar in the house.
If I can't, here you go, baby. Can you open this?
But
I'm gonna have your
My
back.
My nigga Keith listened to Black Phillip.
Is that not?
I feel that.
Is that not?
I see that.
Something that should go both ways. I don't like the idea that any one person should be the leader all the time because we all have different skill sets and different things that you're good at.
But I
For
feel like,
me,
yeah,
I know where I'm not stronger, where I know you're stronger.
Go on, tell him.
I
Get
don't
a good
have
base.
I don't have no
Get a good
problem
base.
with being like, nah, I know, babe, do that better than me.
right.
I know he knows more about finances in this area than I do, so he gonna do that. I
Right.
know he, and he's the same way with me. He knows, Tiff is really good at organizing, so I trust her to make sure schedule for the month is in place. I trust her to be able to say what's going on these days. I'm going to just show up where she tell me to show up because I know she got it in order.
I got balance.
I feel
Picking
like
up
it's
on the next person's weaknesses.
It's right, and that's how
Yeah.
y'all make it work. Because if
Absolutely.
everybody, because this is what happens. What I've seen a lot is men who are unable to recognize where their women are stronger than them want to hold on to control all the time until they drive their fucking family into the ground. And shit
Definitely.
falling apart, and she don't know what's going on. She can't help you with nothing because
Definitely.
you pushed her off to the side the whole time.
And that's why you can't be
Or
submissive
vice
to any
versa,
kind of
or
man.
women who are so unwilling to let their man showcase his skill set and what he's good at and relinquish control of certain things, drive their fucking families into the ground and then be mad. You should have did this, you should have did that. Where did you leave space for him to do anything? So I think both people have to.
You got to be a hell of a strong woman to be
there.
submissive. I'll say that. You can't be weak and submissive. Then what's your purpose? You're not fulfilling your purpose as a woman. I feel like I can take that because I'm a strong ass woman.
I feel like that's bad
I know how to
verbiage.
take lead though. What's the bad verbiage?
Like submissive doesn't sound appealing to me. Like what Tiff said sounds appealing because I want a partner. A submissive.
And that's the problem.
Submissive woman to me sounds like more baggage. Like my life is already hard. I carry a lot of things. So if you cannot help me in this journey, then you're hindering me. You're extra weight. Like what Tiff said, like you niggas balance each other. What you are bad at, she's good at. You match like puzzle pieces. If somebody's submissive, that means that you're a follower. That means I'm the general, and I look at you as like a fucking private. I don't even look at you as a lieutenant or none of that shit. That means like, look, hey, we doing this? Get up and fucking go. I don't know why I have you around in my life if all you do is follow my orders.
I
think-
think
No,
I
that's
don't even
not
wanna
my
control the
definition
whole
of
shit.
Yeah, I was
submission,
just
though.
about to say. I
That's
think
a
that's
submissive
That's what
woman me
submissive
saying
sounds
that.
like to me.
That's not what I mean by that.
I think that's the
Yeah,
power.
what y'all
of
talking about sounds like partnership to me.
But I think that's the power of vocabulary. I think that I think the word submissive is taken on a negative connotation.
Yeah,
That we look
I
at submissive as being somebody on all four. I'm sorry, my man. What's your name? Todd. Go ahead.
hit me with it,
What's
Ty.
up, man? I'm Keith Good News' line brother. Phi Beta Sigma. So my question, you're hitting on the topic. So I'm a marriage therapist, right? So submissiveness
There's a lot of mental
comes.
health in this motherfucker.
So submissiveness is the like pinnacle of who's going to make the final decision. What you were talking about is how a relationship, a partnership works, right? We work out our weaknesses and we work out our strengths and we figure this out together. We're on the same team. So this is why I always tell, this is my main thing I tell people who are about to get married. We're on the same team. Whatever our problem is, whether it's yours or mine, we're both fighting against it, right? If you have a problem with leaving your hair around the house, woman, I'm going to clean your hair up. That's your problem, but both of us have to share in the solution of it. When submissiveness comes is when we disagree on something and we can't find a solution, who has the final say-so in our relationship? And so that's where submissiveness gets misconstrued, like, oh, I got to be submissive, who's driving the car, who's opening the pickle jar. It comes down to, okay, we both disagree on this, right? Me and my wife don't agree about Halloween. At the end of the day, I'm a Christian, so what I believe is that I have the final say. So for me and my house, we ain't going to celebrate Halloween. I didn't grow up celebrating. It just is what it is, right? But there's some compromise on my end on it, too. Like, I don't recognize Halloween, but if you want to dress a little girl up and go to church, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? There's compromise. We ain't going out trick-or-treating and partying and doing all that kind of stuff. Like, that we're not celebrating Halloween. But if you want to participate in the fun of costume and dress up, I could compromise there, but we're not celebrating Halloween. You know what I'm saying? So I think submissiveness is the pinnacle of decision-making in a relationship.
I agree with that. I think submission does get a bad rap as meaning like somebody want to be walked over. Because for me, no. I think both people, you submit to each other. Like you said, like there's a compromise. There's some things that I know might mean more to him than to me, so I have to be willing to let that go. Like you said, if it's Halloween or whatever, it means something to me that we not celebrate Halloween because it's interfering with my faith. That's heavy enough. That's weighted enough, that's important enough to him that for me it would be like, oh, okay. Like I don't have no pushback against something like that. So I don't think it's anything wrong with being submissive. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about the fact that I think it's for both people. I think people hear submissive and they think that means like one person.
Yeah.
You know,
that makes more sense.
You just get walked over.
And I think submitting is associated with weakness. And I think
Yeah.
that's the problem why nobody wants, like I have no problem submit. More times than not, I always say this, as a man, you're going to end up submitting. Like you're going to end up being the submissive one. No matter how much you think you're in control, you're not. Like women are going to, it's always going to be like pussy is a reward and you're going to be like, that's how it's going to be. Yeah.
Control.
No, but it's not.
See, I don't have a problem
want
being
full
quote
control.
unquote
I need
submissive.
some
I want
help.
somebody that I respect and
What
I
is
know.
we together for?
That's
Yeah,
that's
that I
the
look
word.
at-
No.
Respect.
It's a fine line.
I
It's
want
a fine
somebody that I
line
look
between
at enough
help.
and I'm like,
it's
okay,
a fine
cool,
line
I
between help and
respect
not having a
her.
voice or submitting or not feeling included in your relationship, not having a voice in your relationship. Those are two different things. Some people don't understand the line that
Right.
is in between the two.
Right.
That
Some
comes
people
with
don't
with
understand that,
everything
like
you gonna get what you gonna put up with. If you don't have a voice,
Yeah.
that's up to you to put up with that. If you want a voice, if you decide, if you like tell yourself I want a voice, and in your relationship you don't have a voice, that's up to you. Are you willing to put up with that, or
Isn't that something you have to get started like from jump? Like I'm
I'm talking about more so even bringing it to your partner. Yeah, it's easy to get up and leave, but it's like to bring it to your partner. It's like if you make all the money, like women who don't work or are housewives and say they got to go to their husband. Their husband's probably like, oh, I'll give you anything you want. But she's like, put my name on the account. I don't want to have to come to you and get money.
Right.
Like you think you're offering
Question.
something that makes somebody equal, but it's not
It's
because it's
not.
not what they're looking for. That's what I'm speaking about. Sometimes it's like you probably end up submitting to just like, okay, just give me the money.
I don't know. I think
Like
I
that.
think in my mind, like in that scenario, like if your husband doing the work and the woman says put my name on the account, I always think about like getting to the scenario where we got here where I'm working and you're not, and you even have to get to the point of asking me to put your name. Why the fuck weren't we like this coming out the gate? I don't see myself being with you in a sense that's serious if I didn't see you as somebody who, bitch, I could lose my job tomorrow.
Right.
I need a partner that can that could float the boat while I'm fucked up.
You know what? It sounds good, but to be quite honest, the practicality of life gets lost in relationships all the time because time passes faster than you realize. And you look up and you've been with this person for 6 years and y'all been living together for 3, and he got an account and you got an account, and neither of y'all don't have an account together. It's easy to say when something like that comes up, oh, that's like, who wouldn't think about that? No, it's gonna come up. It's just when it does come up, what's gonna be the resolve? When it does finally get to y'all, like y'all been paying bills, shit been not quite the way you want it to be, when you do need to say, hey, why is my name just not on the account? What's gonna be the conversation? Because at that point, the conversation can just be, you know what, I just didn't think about it all this time. We just been doing things the way we've been doing them, but yeah, I can put your name on the account. Now, when you say that and he goes, why? Oh, now y'all about to have a different conversation, right? Because then it's not just a matter of
it all go down the character though.
It slipped by us. It's something else. It's another reason why you haven't been putting my name on the account.
Ginger Ross steam me.
But see, that's the thing.
But that's the thing. If you in the crib though, bro, like if you in the crib already, like
you shouldn't be with that motherfucker in the first place, though.
But this the thing though, bro. Why let her in the house then? Why even fuck with her? If I can't trust you around the bread, like to me, the money is the most least thing because money gonna come and go, bitch. My emotions and certain things to me, my nigga, I done made money and lost money left and right. So a bitch take a rack from me, bitch. It only cost me a rack to find out you a trifling bitch. It could have been way worse. I could have been on child support for 18 years. Like, it could be way worse to find out you a trifling bitch. So, to me, that type of shit is like, all right, cool. Like, but to me, the character of a motherfucker, like, nothing in life, the loss that I take is probably not even close to what I would have took if I would have kept fucking with you. So, to me, that little bit of money I got to spend to find out the character of a motherfucker, that's fine. So, I'm going to put you on the account because I want to know how you act. I want to see how you act.
I want to know.
Right.
Like, I want to know how you act because if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, at some point, this shit is going to be shared with you. So I need to know how you act around it, how you act with it.
And when I tell you that now that the older you get and your friends start to become married people, like before when you're young, the married people are older than you. Right? But when you become the peer to the married people, you see a lot of shit. I got a lot of married friends, co-workers, people, they do not share accounts. They have no shared money. And when you ask why y'all do it like that, oh, I don't trust him. I don't trust her.
And I got a bunch of married niggas that just don't like their wives.
Right. Yeah, see, that's
so they at any given moment this shit could fall the fuck apart. So I'm not giving this bitch I'm not letting this bitch the day I get up and decide to leave, this bitch might go to the bank.
And I'm talking about people that have bought houses together.
Right.
Do not share a bank account and don't want to.
For real.
Yeah,
that's
like that shit
like
real.
Everybody should go into a relationship. Everybody should have their own. You could work together, but have your own though. Have your own foundation. So when shit hit the fan, if shit hits the fan, hopefully it doesn't. Everybody got something to bounce back.
Or just fuck with somebody who brings something to the table. Because if you fucking with somebody who brings something to the table, you ain't got to worry about them taking yours.
Some of that sounds.
If somebody got just as much money as you're not looking at this bitch as a thief. When somebody got something to gain off you, that's when you're looking at shorty like, oh wait, this bitch trying to come up off me.
Character
she don't never.
And integrity. That's it.
And that tells
but some
you
of that what you were talking
you
about.
What you're
Oh my bad.
Okay.
No, it just sounds like what you said. Like that sounds like to me deeper. Like when we talked about. But no, nobody shit out there. But it just sounds like motherfuckers. I'm gonna go ahead and be with this bitch because I don't want to die alone. Like you don't really enjoy this person. You're not with this person for. I just, I guess, I'm fucking 35. I might as well have a motherfucker to whatever. But you don't like this person. You don't enjoy their presence. You just want to have somebody to put your affairs in order when you die, which is the saddest shit.
You just want somebody to cry at the gravesite.
Yeah, nigga, that's fucking terrible. I don't know if this sounds like a lofty idea to you motherfuckers out there that are laying up next to somebody you hate, but I don't want no part of that shit. If I'm going to be next to him, I got to really fuck with you. Like, I want to hang out with you. What's that shit? I want the buddy and the booty, bitch. I like you, and then I fuck you at the same time. This is a great combination.
Yeah, like, that's what we were just talking about that earlier, about, like, men because when we were in the group chat talking about, like, the bros, we was going to plan a trip together. And she was like, are you going to go? I was like, yeah, with them, I would go. But, like, she knows I don't really want to go places without my girl. Like, you see me at the shop, and you've been to see me without her. But, like, that's because that's family I'm around. Like, that's a family event when I'm at the shop and shit. So, but, like, if I'm just going with niggas, like, I don't want to be without. Like, niggas ain't fun to me, bro. Like, to travel and go far without her, it's not a place. It's not a fact I can't go. It's not a fact that, no, nigga, I just don't. Y'all niggas not as fun to me as being with her. Like, I actually like my partner, nigga. Like,
with her. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, I actually like my partner, my nigga. So I don't want to go with niggas. Like, she even knows sometimes. She be like, you need to, like, go. I be like, I don't want to be with them niggas. Like, you want to go? If not, I'm not going.
Goals. We got relationship goals over there, man.
Okay.
And it's not. It's a natural thing. Like,
that's
I genuinely have more
Escaping
fun where
your partner has never made sense to me.
Yeah.
If I want to escape you, then bitch, we shouldn't be together.
We enjoy each other. That's the thing that I love most about us. We enjoy each other so much so that we have to remind each other to get away.
Right.
Like,
and that's how it should
you
be.
need to go out with your friends because, it's just healthy.
Like, it's just
okay.
But it really is that.
No,
though.
yeah,
It's
like,
easy to be around somebody.
FYI, like if I'm hanging out with this nigga, I'm hanging out with her too. Like I hang out with both these niggas. Like the day I became his best friend, I became her best friend as well.
Right.
And not in a way where I don't think
It's
we're
not
annoying
intrusive,
to be
yeah.
around because it's not like I'm up your ass the whole time and gotta be. But it's just like
quick story.
That's my friend.
Yeah, quick story. As this started, it was like we should record tonight. I just ended up at the house. We ate chicken, watched fucking Netflix for 4 hours, and I was all right, y'all. I'm gonna go home. We didn't record shit. Bitch, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like
It's just really that. So for me, I think a lot of that is it come with that, bro. Like you gotta like who you with. You gotta trust. Like I know she's on my level in every area. Like there's nothing that I feel like I feel like I don't compliment her in. Like not better or worse, none of that. Just I compliment her properly. Like not to say we both have this skill in whatever aspect of that needs to be picked up in this area. Either one of us can do it. Like I feel like, and I know she's my equal, so I've never had to worry about her taking my money or. She has a key to my house. She has a key to my mother's house. She has that's just the process. But that's because I feel like I got a whole partner. And when you have that, my nigga, that's when you don't have those concerns. Like Ginger Rothstein worked in a fucking bar. Like this bitch was a bar back before she got found by Rothstein. Like that's why.
bar back.
Like think about that shit. A bar back is just a bitch who collect the glasses. That's a bus girl. Like. That's why you have to worry about this bitch taking $1 billion from you is because she didn't have shit when she got there. This bitch was like, I got $17, so now we got $1,017,000,000. Like, no, that's just different. That's a different thing, my nigga. So that's why for me, I think if niggas really realize that, yo,
$1 billion, you
And
coming
not
in with
to
a
say
bag.
that it's all about money. Maybe she makes less money than you. Maybe she's not as established in her career as
but
you
she
are
sucked
in yours.
dick. So then it balances out.
Really good.
But
Don't
she
just
has
suck dick, suck
other
it well.
skill sets that add to y'all's union and your family and your whole situation. You just don't want to be with nobody that's a burden.
Does that
I
work
don't
the
give a
opposite
fuck what you bring
direction?
to the table. It could be macaroni, it could be
Yes,
yams, it could be turkey.
absolutely.
Bitch,
All right,
bring
cool. I just want
something.
that out there. I just want to put that tidbit
That
out
works
there.
in the same direction.
Well,
If
you know,
like,
you
you know, I
got
just
a
want-
man that make a little less money than you, but he's hard
Nah,
working.
the example was
Bring
you make
bitches
$1
home.
billion and
Yeah.
he come in with $17.
No, I don't think nobody should be dating nobody who got $17 if you're a billionaire.
You're not buying Jordans. You're not about to buy Jordans for the dude asking Jordans.
I think I don't.
In reality,
I
in
haven't.
reality, not speaking to her. I'm just saying
Am I-
you're not buying the Jordans.
If he asks for, if he want it,
yeah.
If he doing nothing, but he want
No,
the Jordans
if you're
on
not
Saturday.
doing nothing, you
Oh,
ain't
no,
getting
no,
shit.
no,
You don't get nothing for
If he ain't doing nothing, he want
nothing.
food.
You're not
I'm zero
you know,
tolerance
You
though.
letting them
Yeah,
try
okay,
to
I'm
good.
real low to zero tolerance, so no.
If you don't do nothing, you don't get nothing.
See, but it's a
Right,
certain
right,
thing
right.
though, bro. Like you can't talk to a woman who like self-published a book and be like, "Yo, can you buy a nigga J's who ain't doing shit?" She's like, "No, nigga." Like I don't allow my. That's just the thing. Like, and then I think that's also a reflection of self. Is that like when you. Some shit I don't feel like the people around me gonna do because I couldn't fathom myself doing that, and I feel like the only reason you're around me is because I fuck with you on a level of like I can see some part of
Understanding.
myself of you, some
Definitely.
principles and characteristics and some morals in you. So even my chicks, I feel like that. Like I'm not going too far down, bro.
Shout out to
like I
Malik.
don't give a
He's
fuck
a
how
moral
bad
person.
you look. I don't give a fuck how good how fat your ass is. I'm not going too far down.
Right.
You can have the fattest ass, the prettiest face, the most followers, all that shit. And when I sit down and talk to you, if I realize like, ooh, I'm gonna be going real, that's just like young bitches. You don't date a young chick because you would have to go too far back. I'm not going too far back for nobody. So
Not
anybody
settle
that's
at
in
all.
my exactly, I'm not settling at all. So I'm not worried about the chick that I end up bringing around robbing me, my nigga, because I'm not going too far back. Like, has it been some motherfuckers that slid through the cracks because I didn't wait the full 90 days before I gave them their benefits? Yeah.
benefits.
Come on, my nigga.
Absolutely.
Talk about it.
This is a business, nigga.
What you talking about,
Shit.
nigga? This is business.
I am a fucking
I just want to
establishment.
hear him say it again.
Hell
That's
Come
all.
on, man.
Yeah.
It's 90 days before this bitch get her benefits, man.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. So, like, that's just what I'm saying. Come on, first 90 days, my nigga. Everybody's bringing a representative to work for
Dead
sure. Days
ass.
anyway.
Best behavior.
Nobody best behavior. You not burping in front of her. You like,
I gotta.
excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you
about
gotta-
that.
you-
Do
Whatever
you know,
it
do you
is.
know that person the first 90 days?
No, you don't.
Nope.
No, you don't.
That's sometimes people mistaken infatuation for love.
The first day you get to know me, you gonna really know me. Like I don't feel like it take 90 days to get to know me.
You might be.
I'm very open.
You might be the exception. I'm not. I don't know.
Because I feel like it take a variety. It take time to craft different environments that bring different shit out of people.
Yeah.
So I can hang out with you the first day, but if we in a comfortable environment, I don't know what you look like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I gotta wait to see you walk in a room with people you don't like or things you don't like, and then this is what uncomfortable looks like. Okay,
I guess
cool.
I say that confidently because I know myself. Like I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
but
you know
to get
you.
to know
Yeah.
you though, like you've been dealing with you every day
I'm like,
for the
trust me
past.
because I trust myself. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
get you.
to me, like I don't know what mad looks like for real. For you can express to me like, ooh, that will make me so upset. But until we happen and cross that bridge, I don't know what it look like when you mad. So I don't know you.
Yeah.
So that be that shit that no, it's impossible, my nigga. If you just kind of like dating, even if you seriously dating every weekend for 90 days, you still ain't seen every environment to put a motherfucker in to understand who they are and what they are to a T.
It's a controlled environment too when you're doing that. Like y'all making selected decisions. We're going here for dinner. We're going out to the club on this day to do that. Like you have all of these decided environments. That
you get them mentally prepared.
You ain't going through shit.
Yeah, like personally, I've never understood how people can decide to be with somebody in under a year.
Unless y'all went through some shit in that year.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, obviously there are exceptions, but like if you're like, I like this person, we're dating,
within a year.
In a year, but for me, you're not going. It's not going. You're not going to get
when I was
into
dating,
this.
we was still fucking after a year. You was still just
you need at least a year for me to understand you as because I'm not a I ain't gonna say I'm Captain Perfect, but if we fucking her, but if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you. But you gonna need to ride this. I need to understand you because if I'm gonna if I'm gonna knock out it's 7 billion bitches in the world. So if I'm gonna knock off 7 billion and be like, this is it, then you can sit a year. You can
niggas be out here finding soulmates and only met 1 million people. How the fuck that work?
Yeah, bro. Like you can like, and I'm saying like, you know, I just know your worth shit. I'm a dope motherfucker. Like I'm doing a lot of like, so you can wait a year. Like you can sift through a year for me to understand that you are worth this.
See, so you know why this don't make sense? You want me to tell you why it don't make sense? You're not understanding what he's saying right now. Huh?
Hold on, let me ask. Yeah, because I'm like, so you mean you don't get with nobody until a year happens, or y'all dating within that year, and that's when you make it official?
You will wait a year of dating, whatever you want to call it, before I will consider you like somebody who was my own, and I'm gonna knock.
Because it's gonna take time.
Now you want to understand why she can't understand that?
That's not me, and I'm out here fucking the world. But
You want to understand why she can't understand that?
I'm not worth a year's time. If I'm
because you a man.
That makes sense.
Because you're a man.
We don't got. Yeah, it is. Because it is. We got.
Because you a man.
No.
That's fine. But it's because you a man. As a man, you supposed to jump at.
Exactly.
By the time a year come around, a woman is way ready.
Because I don't even respond to that, so I ain't even talking like that.
Nigga, 6 weeks.
That's why she looking like, wait, it take a year?
6 weeks. I love this, but we done liking each other's pictures and shit.
I done cut off all my women for you.
Yeah. 6 weeks, nigga. You supposed to love me.
That's what it's supposed to be right there.
I don't know how many women you've been dating and fucking. I've been fucking women for a long time. So like, and it's just there. Let's see. Like
when women hear men have a standard of like, no, you got to wait for this.
And I'm not. I don't
what?
mean this on no pimp shit. I ain't gonna finna be like, look here,
nigga, you gay.
You gonna sit outside for you? Like I treat people very well. I treat people like I want to be treated. But before you become like I can, like he said, like I know this dynamic. So the whole thing they just said of keys to my mama house and whatever. Like you need to earn.
But you got to earn before you get it though.
Yeah, you got to earn.
Like at least a year. You think a year?
No, I didn't see. No. That's what I'm saying. I thought you were not to that point. Of course, that's gonna take more than a year for me.
No, I'm talking about the real date. Not we go out on Saturdays and you've been on my Instagram.
I see,
no, not
bro.
That,
like
not
I see
that.
you once a week. Like I see you once a week for 3 months, and it's like, oh yeah, this is it. What the fuck is wrong with you? You ain't even coming to work full time. You come here once a week. You come here once a week.
Do 8 hours a week.
You might be. I don't even know how it works.
That's not real relationship criteria.
For certain
my nigga.
scenarios, you're not even part time. Like
if you're not putting in,
you
at least,
on call at best. Like
damn.
you got 25 to 40 hours a week, bitch. If you putting in anything less than 25 hours, if I'm not, you just not. You ain't.
I'm the shit, nigga.
Yeah, it ain't, bitch. You ain't. That's about 4 hours a day.
I think that time period is for both people too.
Yeah, we both gonna be present when you spending that. I'm not just gonna have you there, and I'm not gonna be there.
Exactly. Like, I don't press either. Like I'm not like, oh shit, but we fucking for forever.
I think it is a certain level of availability you have to make yourself to. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a time period that has to be. And I don't know. I've moved in. Like, don't get me wrong. I've dated women, and then like after a weekend, it was just kind of like the bitch never went home. Like, it's just, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's happened too. But if you're asking me what's the norm, like I said, I believe in operating in standards over exceptions. Unfortunately, like there has been exceptions to that situation. But if you're asking me what my preference is to be the standard, and the standard is we gonna chill for a little while before we get to really throwing around titles. And
but I'm not gonna keep you out the know though. Like let me know where you at all times. Like during this
no,
whole
it's no. I mean, to me,
people
I can't.
A lot of
date
people
you.
don't. They'll keep
the
you
bond
dangling.
is what's gonna get you there, you know. So you guys gonna be on the same page somewhat. So you're not gonna not be in the know.
Yeah, I've never liked to
that's how
keep
it's
that
gonna
against.
End
Yeah,
up being a situation, you know.
I like to let you know what you're getting yourself into before you get yourself into it. So for me, I've never like as in my adult life, I didn't keep that shit away from women. Like, yo, I'm dealing with this woman. I would come and talk to them like, this bitch is stressing me out. She'd be like, yeah, that's crazy. And then it's like bitches be talking to me about their man and their baby daddy. Like, this nigga, I'm about to go home. I don't want to go see him. And it's just like we have those whole discussions. That's just a part of adulthood and maturity to me. Like, you know what you was getting yourself into when you was fucking this woman who had a wedding ring
Basically,
on.
you don't want to feel led on.
Yeah,
you don't want to be on that tip, right?
But some people like the lie.
No, some people just keep you there just to keep you there. Like, I can see if we had an agreement initially, but if we still going, it's 6 months, 7 months. Let me know you still want to rock with me or whatever the case. Because niggas will just keep you for good company.
That's the what we
or
got
numbers.
A good thing. What you mean? What titles?
I've been one of them. I'm guilty as
or numbers. Or numbers.
Numbers. What you mean?
Oh, like the notch under your belt thing.
I got her.
Oh no, niggas don't really do that.
Yeah, you what? You don't date niggas. I date niggas.
Niggas don't really do that.
You crazy.
I hang with niggas.
No, I'm
though.
saying
like I am a nigga. Like
no, like
had a dick my whole life.
I'm a nigga who's done that. I just feel like it fizzles out. But I don't know.
I was about to say I've heard some of your friends say stuff similar to that.
No. Like I'm not saying
that's fake
I'm not
news,
saying
man.
I wasn't like, but that was. No, I just feel like that phase might have. I guess I take that back. I feel like that is a phase that you might go through, but I feel like if you are working, like you are a nigga who's worked on self. I'm a nigga who's worked on self. We know we know a plethora of niggas who've worked on self.
Yeah.
So like
to me, that was such a quick, like it was a real blink.
Fuckboy stage.
I don't know if that was a fuckboy stage. Maybe it was. I guess like is that the same thing as like a fuck girl when y'all fuck niggas and then be like he didn't make me come so that don't count. Is that like the same thing?
Sure.
Oh, okay. So that's the end of the show, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, put y'all
Women always got a fuckboy statement, but when they don't be counting the bodies that's on that pussy.
Thank y'all for having me.
One time.
Tread on that pussy be wore out.
Thank y'all for having me, man. It's your boy 3Z. Hit me up on all social media.
Say it, nigga. What it is?
Tell them what it is, man.
THR33ZY. Appreciate y'all for having me. I'll be back anytime y'all want to have me.
My nigga. You will be back soon.
Let's get it.
Khadijah.
Thank y'all for having me. Reach me at Instagram, Girl with the Books. You can also purchase my 2 children's books on my website, KhadijahWroteIt.com.
And I'm not gonna let y'all get my girl information because I'll shoot you niggas through the DMs if y'all.
He really will.
Follow my bitch.
He really
Gang
will.
shit.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. It's just a dope ass podcast, man. Just a dope ass show here on Good News Radio. Thank y'all. Peace out, niggas.
No blame.
Go bang that.
We're gonna knock some of the rest off because I'll jump right in and this is my first podcast.
My nigga.